Okay, so let's talk about MrBeast. You know him, he's the biggest creator on the planet. But what's fascinating is that he lives in these two completely different worlds. On one side, you've got this incredible, life-changing philanthropy. And on the other, absolutely life-risking entertainment. We're going to dig into how these two total opposites actually fuel each other to build this massive media empire.
So here's the plan. We'll start with the whole MrBeast phenomenon. Then we'll break down his two main pillars, the massive charity work and the crazy entertainment. After that, we'll connect the dots and see how they create this powerful flywheel. And finally, we'll ask the big question. Is this a whole new way of doing things?
All right, let's dive right in. The MrBeast phenomenon. We really need to understand what makes him tick because he's such a unique and honestly dominant force online. And to get right to the heart of it, just look at these two quotes from his videos. Seriously. On the one hand, he says, "This video will change the lives of tens of thousands of people." And then, in another video you hear, "We land on that island or we die." The whiplash is real, right? One is about creating a legacy for thousands. The other is a literal life-or-death fight for survival.
So that brings us to the real puzzle here. What is he? Is he a philanthropist using YouTube to fund his work? Or is he an entertainer who just happens to do good deeds? Or has he figured out a way to be both, creating something totally new?
Let's start by unpacking that first identity, the philanthropist. And there's no better case study than his video where he literally built 10 schools from the ground up.
And the problem he's decided to take on? It's just enormous. He points out in the video that there are over 200 million children around the world who don't have a safe school to go to. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's the scale of the issue he's running straight at. And his response is just as huge. We're talking 10 brand new schools, a budget north of $3 million. And he's not just doing this in one place. We're talking Ghana, Ecuador, India, all over the map. The sheer ambition here is key to understanding this side of him.
But here's what's so important. He's not just building 4 walls and a roof and then leaving. No way. He's building an entire ecosystem. You've got safe classrooms, sure, but also clean water wells, school lunches funded for 5 years, and even housing for the teachers. It's about sustainable change, not just a photo op.
And you can really feel the difference it makes in this quote from a school principal. She just looks at him and says, "You didn't have to go this above and beyond, but thank you." That really says it all, doesn't it? It captures just how profound the impact is on the ground.
So at the end of the day, what does this all add up to? Well, the estimate is that these schools will educate over 18,000 students over time. This isn't just a one-time donation, it's an investment in generations to come.
Okay, so that's the philanthropist. Now let's do a complete 180 and look at the other side of the MrBeast coin, the extreme entertainer. And for this, we're looking at his Trapped on an Island video. The mission here could not be more different. It's a straight-up survival challenge. Get dropped on a deserted island, build a working sailboat out of actual garbage you find on the beach, and then sail it across miles of dangerous open ocean. The stakes? Just their own lives. No big deal.
And it is an absolute grind. You watch them go through 7 days of this, building a janky shelter, scavenging for junk, piecing together this ridiculous-looking raft, and then, on day 7, they actually go for it. But after 12 brutal hours at sea, they realize they're completely at the mercy of the current, and totally lost.
And this quote? This is the breaking point. After 7 hours of nonstop paddling, one of his friends is just physically done. He gives up. "I can't anymore. I'm sorry, guys." It's just a moment of pure human exhaustion, a universe away from the guaranteed success of building schools.
And that's the result. Failure. Complete and utter failure. After all that effort, the ocean wins. They get swept away and have to be rescued. And that real risk, that chance of totally crashing and burning, that's the secret sauce for the entertainment side. It's what creates all the drama.
So you have these two just completely opposite kinds of videos. How in the world do they actually work together? Well, this is where we get into what we're calling the philanthropy entertainment flywheel.
Let's just put them side by side for a second. The goal goes from changing over 18,000 lives to saving just 5. The budget goes from over $3 million to scavenged trash. The stakes go from generational impact for a whole community to personal survival against the ocean. And the outcome? Total success versus total defeat. They are polar opposites in every single way.
So why on earth does this work?
Well, it all comes down to a classic marketing idea called the halo effect. Basically, it's this little quirk of our brains where if we have a really positive feeling about one thing someone does, that positive glow spreads to everything else they do. So because he's out there literally changing the world, we feel good about his entire brand, even the crazy, silly videos. That goodwill is a priceless asset. And here's exactly how that flywheel spins. It's a brilliant cycle. Step 1, the extreme entertainment videos get insane numbers of views. Step 2, all those views and sponsors generate a ton of money. Step 3, he then pours that money into these huge philanthropic projects. Step 4, those projects build up that amazing goodwill we just talked about, the halo effect. Step 5, that goodwill strengthens the whole brand, which pulls in even more viewers for the next crazy entertainment video. And then the whole cycle starts over again, but bigger every single time. It's genius.
So when you see how that engine works, you have to wonder, what are the broader implications here? Are we looking at a totally new model for content creation?
When you boil it all down, the MrBeast model is this masterful blend of two things: the spectacle of high-stakes entertainment and the tangible good of massive social impact. And by mixing them together, he's created an incredibly powerful new formula for how to build a brand and have real influence in the world.
And that really leaves us with one final big question to think about. We've seen how he turns YouTube views into new schools, and how surviving on an island builds a brand that can fund those schools. So, is this the future of influence? Are we heading toward a world where our biggest entertainers are also our biggest philanthropists? It's definitely something to chew on.